know what? What can I say about this show tonight? What can I say about this show, freaking show tonight, event tonight at Hell in a Cell 2021? The show was completely a terrible event. Vince McMahon fooled all of us. He lied to all of us and he manipulated all of us tonight with this terrible booking in this show. I mean, what? I mean, the kickoff show. The pre-show, the match, Natalya versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Natalia wins, Natalia beats Mandy Rose by submission. Way to go, Vince McMahon, Bruce Prichard, and Kevin Dunn. Let's have Mandy Rose get buried and let Natalia hog the spotlight. This is terrible, very terrible for the women's division in WWE. And what about the Hell in a Cell match, SmackDown Women's title? Congratulations to Bianca Belair. Congratulations to Bianca. She deserves that win. I'm glad she retained against that annoying boily that laughter she has. But I'm getting a gut feeling that there's gonna be something going on in the future. I bet you very soon in the future, Sasha Banks is gonna return and help Bailey. And very soon Sasha Banks is gonna return somewhere in the future. I bet you Bailey's gonna find a way to wind Vince McMahon, Bruce Prichard, Kevin Dunn together her another rematch, and very soon Sasha Banks is gonna return and return and come back and turn heel on Bianca and align herself with Bailey, and that will make any sense. That will be stupid booking by Vince McMahon, Bruce Prichard, and Kevin Dunn for her to reunite, for Sasha Banks to reunite and align herself with Bailey. Because Bailey just stabbed her in the back not too long ago. Everybody knows when Sasha Banks is not returned on television over for the last few days or months. I think, in my opinion, she's just butthurt over the fact that she lost the SmackDown Women's she lost to Bianca for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania 37 last April. In my opinion, we all know she's gonna turn heel again because she knows she can't beat Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 37 last April. That sucks to be Sasha. That she wants to get butt hurt and complain. That's too bad because she can't stand upset the fact that Bianca is the best. She needs to suck it up. In my opinion, just suck it up. And you know what? If Sasha Banks doesn't like it, that's just tough shit. Tough ass shit. I mean the show tonight was bull. I mean, and what about? Seth Rollins beating Cesaro by pinfall. That was a real fluke. And can someone please shut up Corey Graves on commentary applauding Seth Rollins? Someone shut him up, please. Someone shut Corey Graves' mouth. I'm sick of him kissing Seth Rollins' ass. And him and his bitch girlfriend Carmella are annoying. But the real question is this: what kind of a father? I think in my opinion, Seth Rollins is a terrible husband. Terrible husband to Becky Lynch. I mean, Cesaro does not deserve this tonight. Cesaro does not deserve this at all. He doesn't. Cesaro does not deserve it. Cesaro really does need a push, but no. They won't push him. They'll never push Cesaro. Because Vince McMahon don't give two shits about Cesaro or any of the talent or the younger talent in the WWE. That's all I can. I mean, that's unbelievable. And Shayna Baszler losing to Alexa Bliss by pinfall. Wow. WWE just wasted on a mixed martial artist. I mean, Shayna Baszler is tough. I mean, why in the world would they? I mean, the match turned into a damn like a freaking supernatural horror movie. And we all saw her try to use saw Alexa Bliss use some mystical powers on Nia Jax. She like some brainwashing or something. They saw the both of them screaming. I mean, it was just terrible. They really wasted on Shayna Baszler. They really wasted on Shayna Baszler tonight. A mixed martial artist losing. Are they trying? I mean, they're trying to. Are they trying to make? Are they trying to make Shayna Baszler weak? That don't make any sense. She's a mixed martial artist. That really does not make sense at all. That really does not make any sense. Now the next one I'm going to get to, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Wow, waited. Wow, Sami Zayn losing to beating Kevin Owens. Wow, that was a fluke. That was a real fluke right there. That match. Why in the world would they have Kevin Owens lose to this idiot, this Seth Rogen looking fool? You know what I think, Vince? I think you want Sami Zayn to beat Kevin Owens because you want Seth, you want Sami Zayn to punish Kevin Owens for his sins against Sami. 7 years ago, and when they were in NXT, Kevin Owens turned his back on Sami Zayn and all the attacks and all the injuries and all that stuff. Sami, why don't you look in the mirror and get over it and let bygones be bygones? That's it. Just forgive and forget. I mean, all I can say, terrible match, terrible how they booked it. I mean, Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, Kevin Gunn had to wait until 6 o'clock to book it. I mean, for Natalia and Mandy Rose in the pre-show, and I mean that's just unbelievable, unbelievable. That is terrible, terrible booking. And what about in Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's title? Charlotte Flair wins by disqualification, but the title does not change hands. Rhea Ripley keeps the belt. I think Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, and Kevin Dunn are trying to make Rhea Ripley weak. They're trying to make they're trying to cause they're trying to make people, the fans, think that Rhea cannot beat Charlotte Flair, in my opinion. Because Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard are trying to make Rhea Ripley weak. One of the best talents from NXT on Raw to make her weak. They all know they're going to take that title away from Raw Women's title from Charlotte, and let Charlotte, the bitch Flair, hog all the spotlight. I think Charlotte Flair is a terrible girlfriend. Charlotte Flair is a terrible girlfriend and a terrible, terrible, terrible daughter to Ric Flair. I don't know why Andrade seasoned this bitch. Andrade deserves a better girlfriend and not Charlotte Flair. I mean, we all know Charlotte Flair is gonna hog the spotlight once again and take that Raw Women's title from Rhea Ripley, since they're trying to make Rhea Ripley weak. I mean, Rhea Ripley is one of the best female athletes in the world. But what do Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard care? What the hell do they care? They don't give a crap. They don't. They don't care about the young talent in WWE. And what about the next one Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. And for Bobby Lashley, and we know Bobby Lashley retained to keep in the last chance in Hell in a Cell match for the WWE title. Way to go, Vince. You let Drew McIntyre get buried once again by Bobby Lashley. It's the how many he buried. He buried Drew McIntyre. Bobby Lashley buried Drew McIntyre in Impact Wrestling. He buried him again at WrestleMania 37, and he buried him tonight at Hell in a Cell. I mean, the WWE fans seem to forget that Bobby Lashley started this feud between him and Drew McIntyre first, because in Impact Wrestling, Drew McIntyre suffered all the torment that he had from Bobby Lashley in Impact Wrestling. He even knocked him out to become the Impact World Champion at Slammiversary 2016. At Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2016. I mean, it isn't fair to Drew McIntyre. I mean, they're already making the Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard are already making them bulletproof. I mean, he's making Bobby Lashley a bulletproof paper champion, just like he's doing the Roman Reigns. That's exactly what he's doing. He's making Bobby Lashley a bulletproof WWE paper champion, just like he's doing Roman Reigns as a bulletproof Universal Champion. As a matter of fact, what about all that talk about having Roman Reigns versus Dominic tonight? Whatever happened? Where's that match? I thought that was gonna happen tonight. Roman Reigns versus Dominic in the Hell in a Cell match. So Vince McMahon lied. So I guess that means Vince McMahon lied to all of you. There was gonna be Roman versus Dominic tonight. Wow, this is what a terrible way to do this on the Father's Day. On this very blessed Father's Day to do something like this. Him and Kevin Dunn and Bruce Pritchard. I mean, this is it's terrible. I mean, all that talk about Roman versus Dominic was just bull BS. All lies by Vince McMahon. I mean, they try to. I guess they probably written it off. They written it off. I mean, all that talk about Roman Reigns versus Dominic Mysterio was just BS. He lied. Vince McMahon lied to everyone. That's what he does. He's a liar and a manipulator. But I know something about Vince McMahon's history. I bet a lot of you who are watching this video want to know what kind of human being Vince McMahon really is. When he was in high school in the 1950s, 1960s, he was a teenager, and he was in a football game and was in a high school football. And what he did when he was in high school in football, when he was in high school, he bullied people. He bullied a lot of people in high school. And his father, Vince Sr., had to show him a little discipline. See, that shows you how corrupt his company is, and how corrupt he really is. That shows you what corrupt he is, and what a piece of garbage he really is right today. Like his friend Donald Trump. and you know, where one of these days, Vince, one of these days, your company, WWE, will burn in hell. And somebody's gonna go up to your company in the headquarters and riot and break all and burn your company, demolish it, go over to headquarters and you can call it. You might probably call the police and try to get them out get them all arrested. That's what I believe. Very soon, Vince. Very soon, you're gonna go to jail, get locked up for manipulation, corruption, and all that stuff. You had everyone fooled tonight. No wonder why CM Punk was absolutely right in that pipe bomb. No wonder why he was right. Very soon, you old bastard, your company will go to hell. I've been a WWE fan for 29 years, Vince. 29 freaking years. 1992. But look at how it is now. You know what, Vince? I thought you were the man with the balls the size of grapefruits. We all know what's going to happen. We all know you're going to have John Laurinaitis back, the sleazy Bella Twins back. We all know you're going to have others coming back. Brock Lesnar, The Rock. We all know with the SummerSlam's coming up in August, and we all know Money in the Bank is coming in July, and all you know you're going to have weaker talent to climb up that ladder, grab that briefcase, and fail to cash in on either Roman Reigns or Bobby Lashley. That's why Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes are going to beat you down to the ground and nail you to the wall with AEW will blow you off the map. There'll be no more WrestleMania. No more SummerSlam. No more Survivor Series. No more our Money in Bank. No more nothing. Kiss all that goodbye, Vince. You lose all your money because you're destroying the company that you created, that your father created since 1963. But here's a fun fact: the WWE began in 1952 when it was called Capital Wrestling Corporation. It was owned by Toots Mondt. Toots Mondt owned the company, and it was owned by your late grandfather, Jess McMahon. And it was changed. It was came in 1963. Came WWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. One of these days, Vince, WWE is gonna crumble. WWE will be finished. There'll be no more WWE Network. No more WWE films. But you know what, Vince? There's something else. I think your anti-bullying code campaign. I think your anti-bullying campaign, "Don't Be a Bully," is BS. Because I recall that you've been poking fun of good old JR. That's why one of the reasons why he left your company and joined AEW. Now I know the only reason why the Big Show left your company and joined AEW because in 1999 you used his father's real life father's death as a storyline with the Big Boss Man. That's one of the reasons why he left your company to join AEW. You treated Big Show very wrong. You hated you hated Cody Rhodes' father. You hated his brother Goldust. Your daughter is your daughter. I don't know why your son-in-law Triple H is sucking up to you, liking what you're doing. Must be. Your son must been is high on crack, liking what you're doing. I think your slut. I think your sleazy daughter Stephanie's doing a terrible job running this whole women's division in WWE. I think you need to go. I think Stephanie needs to go and let someone. I think Stephanie needs to go and let someone else be the chief brand officer for the women's division. Let Rock and Robin, who's the WWE Women's Champion, be this chief brand officer, or Wendy Richter, who's the WWE Women's Champion, be the chief brand officer. So why in the world would Stephanie be the chief brand officer for the women's division when she was the worst WWE Women's Champion in history? Everyone knows your anti-bullying campaign is BS because we all seen the Bella twins call Nia Jax fat. You've been poking fun of good old JR. You even had seen you all seen Randy Orton tell Eddie Guerrero. We've seen Randy Orton tell Rey Mysterio that Eddie was in hell, and that's just beyond stupid and disgusting. You even had Mickey James get called Piggy James by Michelle McCool and Layla. You even had what's that? You even had Drake Maverick get laughed at backstage peeing on himself at at Survivor Series 2018. That's just really garbage. Low on your part, Vince. You really are an old piece of garbage. But I can tell you this, Vince. Fuck you. Fuck Bruce Pritchard. Fuck Kevin Dunn. Fuck your son-in-law Triple H. And fuck your daughter Stephanie. WWE can kiss my ass. And AEW, I'll enjoy. So that's all I have to say about that. To your face. Hello, AEW. Hello, AEW. My name is Justin. I know I lost all my faith in WWE. after how the way they've been booking this crap. This man is very ignorant. I really am enjoying watching you AEW. Oh, hey Vince, I forgot to mention something else. Ever since when WCW, ever since when WCW went out of business in 2001, yeah, ever since when WCW went out of business in 2001, and when some former WWE talent came into the company, your company, Vince, yeah, your company. Ever since when WCW went out of business in 2001, and when some WCW came into the company, some WCW talent. Wait, ever since when WCW went out of business in 2001, Vince, here's a fun fact. Here's a very, very fun fact, Vince. Ever since when WCW went out of business in 2001, and when WCW talent came to the company, you let all your WWE talent bury former WCW talent. When DDP came into the company with that stalker gimmick, when he was the one that stalked his wife Sarah, you let Taker bury him. And let's face it, let your son-in-law Triple H bury some former WCW talent, like Booker T in 2003 at SummerSlam. At WrestleMania 18, and burying him at SummerSlam 2007 at SummerSlam 2007 back in 2007. You even let him bury Goldberg in 2003 at Armageddon 2003. You even let him bury Scott Steiner at No Way Out in 2003 and 2003, and let finally Sting in 2015 at WrestleMania 31. And this is why I hate your company now. But you know what, Vince? Someone should remind you that. But you know what? I think your son-in-law Triple H is a hypocrite. Because someone should remind you. Let me remind you that your son-in-law Triple H was in WCW one time. Because when he was in WCW, he was terrorizing and had that little French gimmick, Jean Paul Levesque, which happens to be his real name, Paul Levesque. When you really wasted ever since WCW came to the company, you wasted all of them by your WWE talent. Now, I'm really am enjoying AEW. You know what? And I can say this. Hello, Tony Khan. Hello, Cody Rhodes. I'm really loving AEW right now because WWE does not care about younger talent. I mean, this man already released other wrestlers like Aleister Black, Braun Strowman, the Iconics, Lana, and so on and so on. I really do hope they come to your company. I really do hope the people that they release come to your company. I mean, I hope Ruby Riot comes to your company. I'm looking forward to see her join your company. I really do hope, I love your company. I love your company, Cody Rhodes. And it's a really shame, Mr. Tony, that Nick happens to be one of your relatives like your probably your brother, Nick Khan. I think, in my opinion, Tony, that your brother Nick does not know what he's doing. And Cody, I really do hate when you were in the WWE. I really do hate how the way they treated you, like they did to your brother Goldust. and how you did to your father when he put polka dots all over him. The reason why he hated your father, Cody, because his real name was Virgil. Because Virgil was the name of the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase's manager. I'm enjoying your company, you two. And Vince McMahon's company, WWE, can go straight to hell. And Vince, you could too. You old, senile, racist, bigoted ass motherfucker. That's all I can say about that. And that's the bottom line because the soul man, Justin Lewis Fleming, says so, son.